It's Samsara's Saturday Soiree.
Samsara's Saturday Soiree?
Yes, Samsara's Saturday Soiree.
It's live.
It's on Zoom.
Oh.
It's Samsara's Saturday Soiree. Yeah, a Zoom live Friday. I'll come up with something. Margot, that hasn't gone to air. Margot?
Yep.
That wasn't shared. Margot?
Yep, I'm on it.
Margot, that hasn't gone to air. Margot? Sorry, that wasn't
What is
shared.
Samsara's Saturday Soiree?
Sorry, I have to mute that.
Saturday Soiree?
Yes, Samsara's Saturday Soiree.
It's live.
It's on Zoom.
It's on YouTube.
There you go.
It's
Samsara's Saturday Soiree. Yeah, a Zoom live Friday. I'll come up with something.
We're all really well lit background and yours is a bit.
No, it's amazing though. I love what you've done there.
Jennifer Saunders' character in this. Oh, she really wants to do it right.
Rejecting them.
Hello.
No, Maree, I tried today. I played with the app and I couldn't figure
I'm
Let's destroy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Samsara's Saturday Soiree. And tonight, I'm Samsara, and tonight we are live streaming. And as you can see, we're already having a few technical issues, but that's going to be the fun of the night, and we will just keep going. Okay. Now, first of all, we would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this land and the people of the Kulin Nation, and thank them for allowing us to tell our stories here. Okay, now, for those of you who watched the pilot last fortnight, we have made a few little changes, and one of those changes is we have a co-presenter because I'm just not good enough. No, but seriously, Scott Knight has now come on board as our co-presenter for Samsara's Saturday Soiree. Hello, Scott.
Hey, how you going? Thank you so much. It's so great to be here. Woo!
Hey.
Gotta say, it's great to be here. Loving it. And Samsara,
Yes.
gotta say, you remind me of a man.
Oh, what man?
A man with the power.
What power?
The power of hoodoo.
Hoodoo?
You do.
What?
You remind me of a man.
What man?
A man with the power.
What power?
The power of hoodoo.
Hoodoo?
You do.
What?
You remind me of a man.
What
A
man?
man with the power.
What power?
The power of hoodoo.
Oh, hoodoo?
You do. Margot.
Enough. Okay, on with the show.
Oh. Okay, so before we move on with the real part of the show and just giving Scott a moment to get his brain in order, because I don't know what that was about. The management management have sent me an email and they asked me to read it. We're in the time of COVID-19 and everyone has to be safe and everyone has to be careful. And so they have set a few rules and guidelines for you as viewers of this show. Firstly, they're saying you must not leave the room for any reason unless you have a reason, and then you may leave the room. All browser tabs must be closed unless, of course, they need to stay open. The boredom during this COVID crisis is deadly. but do not be afraid of it. You will only die if you are in isolation and not watching this show. Also, those who are not in isolation and not watching this show may die of boredom. You should stay close to your monitor until the live stream stops, and it will only stop if enough of us watch it and we get addicted. So it is very important that we become addicted, but also don't get addicted. You should not go to the toilet or the kitchen unless you have to go. The show has no effect on viewers except for the viewers it affects. You will need a PC or a Mac to watch, or a phone with internet access, unless you're on the NBN, in which case what you need is hopes and prayers. Live theatres are closed, so you must watch Samsara's Saturday Soiree for live performance, unless you have something better to watch on Stan or Netflix or YouTube or Facebook, or unless you have the NBN, in which case the dropouts will drive you crazier than isolation has. Back to serious business. Free-to-air TV can be considered alternative entertainment for the purposes of these guidelines. And if you do choose to watch free-to-air, you should start drinking at 10 a.m. And hey, even if you're not watching free-to-air TV, you can start drinking at 10 a.m. What else do they say? Oh, they've said masks are useless at protecting you from this show, but you still need to wear one because they can save lives. And for some of you, it may be mandatory, but also it may not. You must not go to sleep, but you may move to a comfortable chair, in which case you may fall asleep. Stay still. It is very important not to move. You don't need to go and buy a bunch of toilet paper, but you should buy some in case you need it. And finally, if you are sick, you may make other entertainment choices when you are better. But those in your household cannot turn us off once you are better, unless, of course, they need to watch something else. I hope this has cleared up any questions about what you should and should not be doing during this show. And we hope we have removed any and all confusion surrounding Samsara's Saturday Soiree. Thank you.
Samsara, I've got a question.
Yes, Scott.
Aren't you management?
Shh. Moving on. Has nothing to do with me.
Nothing
Scott.
to do with you. Awesome. Shall we have a look at what's on tonight's program?
Excellent choice.
All right, let's go. I love this. So Samsara's Saturday Soiree tonight is filled with some amazing artists and creative people from all over the world. We've got monologues, live music, dramatic performances, poetry, and a few surprises for you as well. Thank you to all the artists that are joined in, not just from Melbourne, our local sort of city here, but from places all around the world. We're all in lockdown. And I tell you what, this is the best place to be. So grab yourself a wee drink and let us entertain you. And Samsara, over to you to kick us all off. Oh, you're going that way. That way. Which way are you? That way.
Okay. So we're not going to tell you what you're going to get to see tonight. We're going to keep it a secret, apparently. So, okay. But what I will tell you is that we have a bit of what's not really a competition, but it's a chance for you to get involved in this live streaming show. And what it is it's a limerick off. Now, I know that's not a word, but you get what I mean. During the course of the show, I want you guys to write your best or worst or funniest or daggiest limericks and send it to us. Now, you can either email it to us at Samsara's Soiree, 2 S's, at gmail.com. I will be checking emails across the course of the evening, or you can just put it in the public comments line under this live stream on YouTube, and I'll check that as well. Don't put it in the chat and don't use our Twitter because I don't have enough hands and I will get lost and confused. So email it or put it in the public comments. And just to give you a sample of the kind of, well, I won't call it talent, but here's an example of something I just put together a few moments ago. There were folk who gathered on Zoom who could not yet leave their own room. There was much delight on my, what a night, a weaving of art on our loom. Ah, there you go. Yes, that's one for the ages. Okay, but now enough of this frivolity. Let's get down to serious art. And we're going to cross over to the band Insert Name here to kick us on with a rousing bit of something, something.
Be careful with the dog.
Rod? Naomi?
Hello.
Hello, hello, folk from around the world. Oh. Can you talk, Nani?
Yes, hello.
Technical.
How's everyone going? We're just getting up some lyrics, sorry. What song are we doing?
Horse with no name.
We are going to perform Horse with No Name.
Fantastic.
By America, if you want to know the band.
If anyone's curious, if you don't know the song for some reason.
Advertising.
Okay, so let's hear it.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Ready?
On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There were sand and hills and rings. First thing I met was a fly with a buzz, the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. See, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. Felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, because there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la
Excellent. Thank you. That's wonderful.
Well done. Thank you so much. The great classic song. Well done.
you.
So Dylan, Rod, and Naomi. Awesome. Tell me, insert name here. Where'd the band name come from?
Couldn't think of a name.
We're currently revising that name for now. If you've got any suggestions, please, we're open.
Okay, we'll think about it. And you're doing a few gigs around town, is that correct?
Yes. Not this month.
Not this month, but you aren't you doing some online stuff as well?
Absolutely. So we
Night.
started 4 or 5 Wednesdays ago doing open mic nights, which was a continuation of Hobson's hotel in Sandringham. They had a Wednesday night open mic, so we've continued that over to streaming online. So it's on Facebook. If you type in Hobson's open mic, you can watch it on Wednesday nights from 8 o'clock.
Brilliant. Everyone will have to tune into that one Wednesday nights.
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that performance. It was amazing. Round of applause, everyone.
Scott, I'm going to interrupt you.
Yes.
Okay, so the creative juices are already flowing for our Limerick off tonight. And so, Paul, we're going to go to you for your fun little bit of rhyme.
Oh, hello, Samsara. I was just preparing a poet's breakfast. All right, let's just give you. I wrote a very quick limerick just then. It's math-based, so it's sure to be a hit with all the kids. Here we go. There once was a number alone, whose factors were itself and one, a prime bit of crumpet that blows its own trumpet, indivisible except for its name, which is an assonant rhyme. And if you're a friend of Educating Rita, then you'll know exactly what I mean.
That was fantastic. Thank you. And we actually have another one coming up for you very, very shortly. Fiona has also had her creative juices spurting. But Scott, I'll just send it back to you again.
Thank you. Thanks for the little limerick. Thanks, Paul, for the limerick. That's great. I can't wait to hear yours, Fiona. Fantastic. But next up, we've got a monologue by Mazz Ryan called The Truth of It All. Take it away.
Okay. I don't get it personally. I mean, I know it sucks. Of course it sucks. It's a crap situation and the havoc caused, well, you know, we're not used to this sort of thing. Who would have thought? Yeah, the games and the TEDx talks, the predictions and statistics were there, but who listens to those pessimistic people? I didn't. Did you? The truth is, I kind of like it. I know I shouldn't say that out loud. I mean, the aggro coming from some people, I'd surely be hit. What with everyone struggling, complaining, criticising? For me, it's a holiday from performing. You know, that everyday performance you're expected to do. Routine, work, socialise, put on the happy face, pretend everything's normal. I hate that stuff. Really hate it. Well, it's hard and I'm not good at it. Sure, I perform well under normal circumstances. I can hold up my end of the bargain, just like most. But really, I can't wait to get home and curl into my cocoon, safe and secluded in my little bubble, no one to please except myself. I'm not selfish, if that's what I come across like. I don't mean to. It's just that it takes it out of me, and my batteries take a long time to recharge, more than the average person. It really is. The reality is that the pressure's been taken off and I can relax. The truth is, I feel the most relaxed I've been in years. Weird, hey? When most people are going mad from the isolation, can't wait to go to the supermarket as an excuse to get out, I order online so I don't have to go out. All that stuff taken for granted, which is screwing with people's heads now, is what I've always hated. Society's expectations is what screws with my head. Now I'm at peace while I watch the world crumble. And I know I shouldn't say it, but the truth is, I love it. End.
Woo!
Fantastic.
Well
So
done, Mazz.
Mazz,
Thank you.
Very nice.
it's probably a bit self-evident. Oh, sorry, Rod, what'd you say? Okay. So Mazz, tell us what made you, what inspired you, what do you, where did this come from for
Yeah,
you?
so during the week I joined an online workshop put on by Howard Fine Acting Studio here in Melbourne.
Yep.
And it's called Scratch. And you, when you go, well, like in person, they would have evening workshops. This one, of course, was online. Once you're there, they then give you a topic. And this topic was "The Truth Is," and you had to use that line at the beginning, somewhere within your monologue. So you were given 1 hour to write a piece, and then you performed it yourself. And I really wanted to look at the other side of mental health and how this is affecting people, because we're so worried about everybody's mental health.
Yep.
And yet those people who do suffer mental health are dealing with that sort of thing every day. And so I wanted to look at the other side of what this pandemic is creating.
Yeah,
So
no,
that
I
was
think
my
that's
take on it.
fantastic. And I think that's what was so beautiful about that, was the honesty and authenticity and kind of the realness of what you were saying.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Scott, before we go on, can I just ask you to make sure that you've got chat on? Just because there's things happening in chat.
Okay, cool.
Okay, but now we're going to go to, as Scott said, that we're all over the place, and this next act is live from Bendigo, and it's our wonderful Jo Boyd, and she has written a song about COVID-19, and she is going to present it with her partner, Michael Keighley. Jo.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Thanks for having us. This is just a
Whenever you
fun
want.
little thing we threw together just before lockdown. So hope you enjoy it. Oh, by the way, see if you know the tune. You might.
It's not ours. And it's pretty popular. So
It's a
Oh, so is this a competition? Do we have to
yeah,
name the
totally.
tune?
Yeah.
Totally. No
Yeah.
prize, but total competition.
Oh, no, you can get
Fantastic.
a prize. Like, you can wear a crown, okay? Like, you're
You can have my crown.
king awesome for a day. How's that?
That's excellent.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, they should play with the crown on.
Okay, you can lose that.
You've run out of toilet paper, a fever's cooking your head. Store shelves are bare, there's nothing there but a few stale loaves of gluten-free bread. Panic takes hold much more than a cold. Superbug spreading wider and wider. Cough and sneeze and sweat all night. COVID-19 to get you quarantined. Sick and alone, there's no flight home. Praying for a miracle. Coming this spring, it's a treacherous thing. Corona outbreak chaos. Corona outbreak chaos. Towns locked down by a crown-shaped micro menace. You know that there is no escape for you, and no one wants to know you, even pat your dog. So stock up on supplies, avoid wiping your eyes. Now shit's getting real, it's a really big deal. Sick and alone, there's no flight home. Praying for a miracle. Coming this spring, it's a treacherous thing.
from the outrage chaos.
Was that my cue to cough?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was great. Well done. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
I loved it. Like, you two have got beautiful voices.
Yeah,
How
very
long
good.
have you been the singing duo?
Thank you. That's a very
Now.
Now, yeah. It's a lovely compliment, Scotty. I don't know, we've mucked around on the guitar, well, Mick's the guitarist. I just sit there and sing along to the stuff that he churns out, and I actually don't know what I'm doing. I just, I was actually dared to write that song.
So can I give them
Good dare
Scott?
and very successful outcome. That's fantastic.
Scott, may I just interject, because there's a great tip that we've learned from our open mic night to help the sound. And by the way, you guys sung beautifully. It was very nice. But just to help you with the quality of the sound coming out, in your top left-hand corner of your screen, there should be a line that says "Turn on original sound." Is that correct?
What's it say? Turn on
Original sound.
original sound.
Top left.
I can't see it here.
I've got an information button.
Got an info button. Would it be in there?
It should be to the right of it. There should be a green padlock.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, there is a green padlock.
There is a green padlock.
Yes. And if you
What's
click
that
on
say?
that, what does it give you?
Client.
Hang on.
Your client connection is something.
Encrypted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to the right of that, does it say "Turn on original sound"?
No. All it says is live and on custom live streaming service.
Okay, I'll come back to you with that later.
Thank you. Because
legend.
we tried it earlier and it was really bottom endy.
Yeah, it gets murky, but there's a setting you can do to sharpen it up.
Thanks.
Which I'll get
Thank you. Awesome.
But I love it. Creative tips all around. What a community. Fantastic. Well done. Good work. Yay.
Did you pick the song? We were dropping some hints. Like,
I think Fiona might have picked it. If she wants to.
Okay, Fiona.
Fiona.
Share.
Was it Love Cats by The Cure?
Yes! You win the crown, girlfriend.
Yes! Oh, I have a perfect crown here. Here we go.
And that's how quick our post is.
I love it. And thank you guys for that beautiful song. Beautiful segue into Fiona, who's going to
No. Oh, yes.
tell us yes, with our fantastic little limerick.
Okay, this one's written for the time slot that we were talking about before. There once was the old man O'Hare, who loved nothing more than to swear. He'd say bugger shit, fuck it, and tit. But of all he was most unaware.
Fantastic. I love it. International limericks from London. London limericks.
Love it.
Better. Thank you so much. All right. We'll see a bit more of Fiona a little bit later in the program. But from now, we have got a special surprise for everyone with a lovely performance by the Poetess.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. I am the Poetess, and it is so good to be back with you, darlings. I feel so special. You let me on the show last fortnight, and I'm back today, and I'm blushing. Okay, I'm going to read 2 poems today, darlings. And the first is Puny Mortals. The sun is shining. The sky is open. The world is alive. It is a lie. Yesterday was grey, closed and cold. The earth hints at summer, warmth and play, a tease, a glimpse. But winter is still around, the cold and wet, just waiting, hidden behind trees, behind buildings, beyond the horizon, lurking, peeking, waiting for us to relax, watching as we lose the layers. As soon as t-shirts emerge, it will show its face. Winter will reappear. The freezing cold winds, hailstorms and icy frost, bare skin pummeled by nature, cruel, cruel nature, ever the prankster, keeping secrets from the unprepared, puny mortals, living the lives of gods, yet controlling nothing. pawns in a galactic game of chess, tossed and tugged, whipped and beaten, slaves to the end. Right, so that was, I always like to have a little bit of fun before I get serious with you all. And tonight's series, I can't actually see my cursor. That's, oh, whoa, so sorry. Wait a minute, just can't find my cursor. It's a terrible curse being blind, as some of you may know. And also polarized sunglasses on a computer screen don't really go together. Anyway, on a more serious note, this poem is called This is History. Families, lineage, generation upon generation, piles of bodies, death, decay, smiling faces, warm embraces, loving stares, people who care, living a lifetime. Some lives are short, some lives are longer. People die naturally. People die with violence. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, all end up in the ground, on the ground, worm food, fertilizer, giving new life. But sometimes the bodies are stacked so high, mass graves cover mass crimes, masses of humanity, the bones of civilization, the archaeology of dominion. People look at bricks and stones piled upon each other and say, this is history. It is truer, perhaps, to look at the bones. This is the history of mankind. Thank you. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you very much, Poetess. We've gone from light to dark. Very much going on there. The Poetess looks like she's moved away and Samsara's come back. Tell us about those. Where did they come from, those little poems?
Oh, well, it's, yeah, see, I much like Superman and Clark Kent, I am the only one who actually will ever get to see the Poetess in real life.
And fittingly, the background seems to you sort of flutting in and out with the green screen, so it works with the background.
Yes, that's me really. No, the first one was just, I'm from Perth actually, and so the weather in Melbourne has been something that I've kind of struggled to get used to. And the thing that no matter, the sunshine really doesn't last much more than 5 minutes. Probably the more important poem is the second one.
Yeah.
I think I was at the War Memorial, and I was just thinking about how we kind of revere buildings and monuments and architecture, and so, like with archaeology, we find these amazing artifacts, and I just was feeling like it was really important to remember that it's the artifacts themselves actually aren't worth anything. They mean nothing. It's the lives they represent, and yeah, the
stories they
uplifting
tell.
stuff.
Yeah, very uplifting. All right, well, maybe we'll change tacks. Would you like to introduce our next artist?
Oh, yes, would I? Oh, yes, sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just sort of like,
Sorry. Okay, so we've sort of got a bit of a poetry thing going on tonight, as you can tell, and the next person has come on. He wrote a poem, and I saw it on Facebook, and I instantly contacted him and said, please, please, please come on and do it on our show. And it is the wonderful Paul Robertson. Oh,
hello everybody. Sorry for the crinkle there. I'm now back online and ready to read for you. How you going, Samsara?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm pretty well. Like I said, I've had my poet's breakfast. I'm on to my lunch.
I'll join you.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm going to give you a poem. It was written in a flurry. It was written about 5 minutes before Samsara saw it online, and it was written as a response to a post by a great friend of mine, Hunter Persky. He reminded me and everybody else that technically, America has not been at war with anybody for the last 16 years. That they've only had police actions. So, given everything that's happening in the world, I decided to write this. I'll just go straight in.
Thank you.
It's a country at war at the moment with itself, an object of pity for nations, states, and persons sane in mind. Invasion perhaps is what's required, an invasion of a different kind, of kindness, taking Margot wearing hands and leading them to quiet rooms, of ardent inspired compassions, redirecting hateful thoughts, gun-clutching rides, religion's selfish grasp on hearts and minds. With illusory claims, they complain of religion chained because they are asked to take the pain to worship in their homes. No leader stands now to decry the madness spewing forth from highest high. The poisoned ground of Washington's outreach to snatch outlying votes with catch cries of better dead and devil's spawn has now spawned poisons tangling weeds. Choking congregations breathe in their own fumes, a doom of contagion, shared for the sake of cutting hair, ingesting presidentially endorsed and disingenuously disavowed disinfectant quackery, staggering from death to death, so narrow in mind and sight that each death stands alone, and this is all is shouted out. Conspiracy is claiming now statistics to be truth. I only see the self-worn blinkered here and deign to see the wider room. Yes, invasion may be kind, an intervention of the soul. Put that country in facilities for rehabilitation. Take away the drugs it feeds itself of, evangelism, guns, and corporate greed. The lobbying bottom feeders, feeding on those at the bottom who look up and wonder if there is a sky, or if they have been lied to all their lives, that they must hate to live and love must die. Thank you.
Thank you. That was wonderful.
And I have another limerick I wrote as well.
We might hear the second limerick after the next piece, Paul.
Okay.
Done. But
all right, see you later.
Wrote it and then published it online, Paul. I mean, what kind of reaction have you received? Any sort of like reactions or responses to it?
Oh no, I haven't had any responses. I didn't expect to have any responses apart from Samsara picked it up straight away, and that was it.
Cool. And is this
perhaps it'll reach a wider audience now, but we'll see.
Yeah. Is this sort of like a bit of a current theme that's running through your work at the moment?
No, I'm a writer of impulse. Something will crop up in me and I'll write something like that in one go without drafts. And it'll come out in about 5 minutes, and then I might throw it out into the universe and see what happens with it. But mostly I'm an actor.
Oh, fantastic. I love it. Well, you list the writing stuff to, you can self-perform. Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, live from London, we have the talented actress Fiona Scarlett with the beautiful The First Time I Saw You. Fiona, the stage is all yours. Well, the online stage.
Okay. I apologize. I haven't pulled it up. Okay. The first time I met you, you were cold and wet. You looked like you'd been dragged ass backwards through both world wars and still managed to win best on ground. Irrepressible can be the only word that describes you. I knew instantaneously that I loved you, that there was no complications to how I would keep loving you. We're in a park, and I'm not normally a park person. I mean, I'll walk through a park. I'm not morally opposed. I just prefer to spend my free time in a place that has more alcohol on tap. And yet, on that rare occasion, when I happened to find myself parking there you stood before me, panting. You'd been running, despite the rain, because you have this boundless energy that persists even as we get older and more conservative in our spirits. You presented yourself to me as if you'd known me your whole life. And I was somewhat aghast at your forthrightedness. I mean, do you do this to all the girls? But as you were saying hi, I was thinking about how I could make you permanent. And I didn't say this, of course. I had no idea who you were. You might have been happily shacked up with another and just took a kind moment out of your ecstatic life to inject some joy into someone who clearly needed it. But we had our first exchange in a way that can really only be described as bounding around each other. So pleased to have crisscrossed, even for a brief moment, and then off you went. You ran off, and I became a park person. And I went back every day at the same time, at different times, just hoping to catch you on a run. And I did. I saw you many times, always with that irrepressible smile and that full-bodied way of talking to me that never fails to hearten my darkness. I looked out for signs of significant others, like a sailor might look out for land, and none appeared. So it seemed that you were free as a bird with nothing to tie you down. So we began walking together, and we'd wander the park for hours until I had to break the daydream and return to my little life. And I'd usually get very shy. You were so very popular. I was certain I was keeping you from some fabulous high life that was echelons above me. You seemed to know literally everyone. You'd say hi with that addictive personality to every man, woman, and child, leaving them stunned and charmed in equal parts, and then you'd run off. And then one day I went out on a limb, and like Parks, I'm not normally a limb person. I asked you very casually if you were hungry. I mean, you were positively salivating. You said yes. I asked if you wanted to have lunch. You didn't have a wallet. I said I live nearby, and we found ourselves trotting the pathway to my home. And we ate heated up lasagna, if you remember. I was worried that you'd be a vegetarian or something, but you turned out to be a true carnivore. I watched you eat that first day. You had a childlike hunger that pleased me beyond anything I'd ever known. You were like a child. You were so happy. You're so happy with everything that's thrown at you. And you found me curious, even though I was very far from interesting. You loved my house. You paced the halls like you'd never seen 4 walls before. I laughed at your innocence, and you loved when I laughed, and then I loved you more because when I drew your bath that evening, it was out of a care that I'd never needed in myself before. And you submitted completely to my care. And neither of us were nervous about this new intimate connection. I never guessed I'd become a park person, but you became my life. And now we walk together every day as our bones and our hair start to fade, and we take in the sights and the smells and the sounds, and you love it, which makes me love you and it, and I'm so happy. There's just one thing, it's just the only thing that I wish that you would change. I wish you wouldn't shit in the grass and make me clean it
up. Fantastic. Thank you so much. I didn't expect the ending.
Yeah,
quite the punchline. Quite the punchline. Very nice. Love it.
Loved it. Thank you, Fiona. The thing that I love about you as an actress is you've got your work always comes it's so honest. You've got such this like honesty that comes through, and it's just amazing to watch. What inspired that piece?
Well, Mazz was talking about the scratch night at Howard Fine, and that's where mine came from. I did it a year and a half ago, and then I was scrambling around for things to write for the soiree, and I thought, oh, I did that thing and it didn't turn out very well, but I'm just going to rejig it and see how it goes. So yeah, it was just an rehashed old idea.
Fantastic. Are you happy with how it's reinvented itself?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like the basic premise of it. I mean, I wanted to hide the fact that I'm talking to a dog the whole time. But,
well rejigged.
Thank you.
And very successful. You definitely, yep.
This is my inspiration. I don't have a dog, but this is sitting in the corner of my laptop just so I can talk.
So Scott, we have another limerick.
We do indeed. I was about to go to that, but go.
No, Paul, he's obviously got his creative juices running amok tonight.
Oh, the juices are flowing like all over the place.
It's that poet's breakfast, I think.
I'm on a dinner now. I'm finding scraps of pizza boxes to write on. So,
welcome to the party. Welcome to the party.
Thank you very much. So I'll give you another limerick, which is written in the last 30 seconds. There once was a man from Lyme Regis, whose nose was as long as his feet is. He was down on his luck, couldn't give even $1 for a coffee or even a peanut.
Thank you.
All right.
I love it. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. That was great. I think we need to lift the game next time.
I've got another one already. I'll give it to you later.
But yeah, we'll kick that one later on. Now we've got a really special little story for you from our storyteller, Geraldine. So Geraldine, please take it away for us.
Geraldine?
Just getting ready.
While we're waiting, I have a limerick. I have 2 limericks, so I'll read the first one. This is actually an ode to Rod, Dylan, and Naomi. So once there was a horse with no name who couldn't find itself any rein. It ran through the dunes. Cowboys were hoons. People are doing the same. People now are doing the same. I can't read my writing. Have we found Geraldine yet?
Ready?
Okay. I think, Margot, can we go to the film? Margot? Yes? Okay. I'm just going to assume she can hear me, and we are going to do that. So, obviously, I've been Facebook stalking the arts community in Melbourne, and Deborah Leiser-Moore, one of our very fine playwrights and dramaturgs, has created this very, very short, I want to call it a microfilm, but a microfilm is something else. So let's call it a mini film. And it's called Pause. Margot?
Samsara, Geraldine's ready to go.
Oh, okay. We will hold off on the film and we will go to Geraldine.
Geraldine,
that's live Zoom for you all.
Geraldine, over to you.
Her mic is not working.
Thanks. She's not muted. Bear with us, folks.
Working now.
There you go.
There you go. Woo!
Hi, everyone. I'm listed here as a storyteller, but we're living in these COVID times. So I thought I'd put my story to an iconic song from the 60s. You might know it. It's called My Generation. It's Apologies to the Who, with Apologies to the Who. And it's not meant to be a serious song. Here it is. Corona's got us all locked down, stopping us from getting around. I'm doing my best to stop contagion. I'm dealing with my isolation. But times are tough and I get down. Caused me to wear a frown. No toilet roll, so constipation. I'm talking about my isolation. I've searched my home and lost and found. My laxatives are not to be found. No, I'm not trying to cause a big sensation. I'm just dealing with my isolation. I've cleaned my cupboards, I've mopped my floor. Hope Corinna goes for I have to do more. Only so much cleaning I can do. Can't compete with the likes of you. So I hope you don't just fade away. I think of yous all night and day. You're in my heart, you're in my head. When I'm cleaning my bathroom or making my bed. I clean my stove, I quite a cook. I dust my shelves, I read a book. I'm doing my best to stop contagion, but I wish you were here in my isolation. I go for a walk for stimulation. The doc says great for circulation. I'm trying not to cause a big sensation. I'm just dealing with my isolation. My isolation, my segregation, baby. My isolation. My segregation. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. I'll go and I'll leave you on a high. Found my laxatives, now I smile. I feel quite good, feel quite elation. I just overcome my constipation. My constipation, my segregation, baby. My isolation, isolation, baby. Turns out we're all one generation. One generation, baby. Thank you.
Oh, very good.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, go.
Fantastic. And you have something
Great
else
job.
for us, don't you, Geraldine?
I beg your pardon?
You have something else for us?
Well, if you want me to. The other ones.
Oh, always.
My default position is take the piece, really. The other one's called Three Wise Men that I wrote around Christmas time. So here we go. There were three wise men. Other than Sandeep attending an interview for a possible promotion, it'd been a pretty ordinary week for the boys so far. Monday to Friday on the job, couple of drinks at the pub near to work on Friday night. But the pub was quiet this week, so they took a shout each and then made it for home. They hadn't gone far from the pub there when a voice came from above. Unto you a child is born. What was that? Did you hear that? Asked Sandeep. So you heard it too, said Michael. I thought I was cracking up. Did you hear it, Simon? Yeah. You don't suppose someone spiked our drinks? Well, they tasted all right. Besides, there was hardly anyone in the pub. So we'd notice, wouldn't we? Again, the voice. You will find him lying in a manger. The mother's gone into labour. Is that what he said? Sandeep asked. No, he's lying in a manger, Michael responded. Ah, said Sandeep. Then the voice again. Follow the star to the east. The boys looked at each other. They couldn't quite believe what was happening, where the voice was coming from, and why they were engaging with it. A mixture of amusement and fear spread across their faces. No child of mine's lying in any fucking manger, said Michael. My mother would have me life if that ever happened. Anyway, not my child. Girl in the shop promised 100% protection. What shop? Asked Simon. Aldi's. I bought me dingers there. You went to Aldi's to buy condoms. What's wrong with the chemist? Cheaper. Everything's cheaper at Aldi's. Besides, they were on special and good quality, the girl said. And my sister works at the chemist. Too embarrassing to go there for both of us. You'd probably need your sister to tell you what to do with them. Or a chemist anyway, Simon teased. Ha ha. Anyway, Foolproofs, that's what the girl said. There's no way any baby of mine is lying anywhere. And no way I'm following some bloody star to the east. I wouldn't mind going to the east, said Sandeep. I was born in the east. Did I ever tell you that? And it always sounds really interesting when Mum and Dad talk about it. So maybe I'll go. You can't follow the star to east. You bollocks you. You're a bloody Hindu. So, said Sandeep. So it's a Christian thing, not a Hindu thing. Well, that's what I've been told anyway. How do you know so much about it? Sandeep said. I thought you were an Old Testament kind of a guy. Well, I am, but we did a bit of the new stuff at school. But you're still Jewish, so according to you, you can't go either. And Michael here says he's not going. No, he can't afford it. Spent all his money at Aldi, Simon said. Anyway, if he or it, the voice thingy, is on about the Middle East, then it should be me that's going, not you. But you don't want to go. No way, I'm staying here. What about work, Michael asked Sandeep. The interview. Oh, yeah, that's a point, said Sandeep. My mother would love me to go to the East, but she'd be furious if I gave her a good job. Then the voice came again. You'll find him wrapped in swaddling clothes. What are swaddling clothes? Said Sandeep, looking around. They're those wraparound things, said Michael, a bit like your man Gandhi used to wear. Ah, I'm surprised people still wear them with all that cheap stuff coming from China. Are you really thinking of going? Michael asked. What will they get? How will you get there? Well, it's been a bit boring around here lately, let's face it. And maybe I could have a good time. I'll check out what's online for any cheap flights. Follow the star, came the voice. I will, said Sandeep, looking up, but I'm not bloody walking. Simon looked perplexed. All this listening and talking about some voice and above and doing things in response. Maybe you should think about it, Sandeep, Simon counselled. It could have been something in our drinks. Yeah, maybe you're right, said Michael. Can't imagine why a bunch of losers like us would be chosen. Speak for yourself, said Simon. That's a lot of the chosen people. Well, a lot of good it did you, said Sandeep, still working here with me and Michael. A silence fell over the boys, with Sandeep persuaded that perhaps he'd volunteered too soon and that to think more about it might be a good idea. Okay, I'll sleep on it. Meanwhile, don't go telling anyone about all this. I'm not going to tell anyone. Not me either. They'll lock us up. I'll call you on the weekend if I decide to go, said Sandeep. And off they went. Monday morning rolled around and no phone call. At work, the boys all looked at each other with an inquiring look on their faces. Good news, said Sandeep. What, said Michael and Simon. I got the promotion. Oh, that, Simon responded. So you won't be going then, Michael asked. Nah, I might have gone, but it was too cloudy on the weekend. I couldn't follow the star. Anyway, now I've got the promotion. I think I'll stay here. I could do with the money anyway. Yeah, you could go shopping with Aldi's with Michael here, said Simon. Yeah, right, said Sandeep. Anyway, I'm staying now. Let's not tell the boss, eh? Nah, probably something in our drinks. That's it.
Wow, that was an amazing story.
Yeah,
So
well done.
Justine, when Margot told us you were interested in being in the program, she described you as a storyteller. So can you tell us a little bit more about kind of how that manifests for you? Like, how do you come up with these things? What do you do with them?
I've always loved stories. The best stories are the ones you just make up as you go along, really, rather than scripting them. It's a bit of a shame to script them, but I'm in a writing group at University of the Third Age, and we have to come up with something every week, and the topics are sort of set. So one of the topics was my generation one week recently.
Mm-hmm. So does that mean that we can have you on next fortnight and we'll just give you a topic and you can just make up something for us?
I don't know. I could try. Yeah.
Oh, that could be really exciting. Are others allowed to sort of interrupt and join in the story and make it bigger and better?
You can do whatever you like.
Okay. Look, thank you so much. Both of them as insightful and funny as well at the same time. It was really enjoyable. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Now we have another limerick. We actually have a lot of limericks, but so we're gonna have a big like limerick thing at the end. But I'm not sure if it's Joe or Michael has well, they're gonna do one for you now. And yeah, so Joe, is it Joe or Michael who's got it?
I'm gonna read this one.
All right.
Okay, this is in light of all the crap that you're seeing on Facebook and social media at the moment regarding conspiracies. It's doing my head in. Don't know about you guys.
Doing my head in too.
Yeah.
Yep.
There once was a dude who spread tales of hyped up dread. He made me choke with every word he spoke. My ears cried mercy as they bled.
That's fantastic.
Sounds a little Trumpy, but I love it.
Okay, so now we'll go to that film I was telling you about that was made by Deborah Leiser-Moore, again, as a response to our situation with COVID. Margot, we're in your hands.
A frozen end, no less. Fantastic. I think a little bit of a short film that's representative of, you know, what's happening at the time, at the moment. Well, very good. Thank you so much for the little short film. Nice little interjection. Now we've got our next act coming up, which is an extremely talented actress, someone who's played my wife on occasion and a couple of other feisty friends as well. We've got Maree Shefford with I Didn't See It Coming. Take it away, Maree. Woo!
Maree?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you mute? Do you mind if you mute your mics just for this? Sorry, I can hear back. Yeah. When I woke up this morning, I just thought, this is going to be a wonderful day. The sun is shining. It's not going to be too hot. And I've got only fun things planned. Where did it come from? This is not me. This is not me. Help! Help anybody! Please help me. Mom? No, it's no use calling for Mom. It's no use, there's nothing she can do, never. This can't be real. This can't be happening. This can't be my life. Am I stuck here forever? Let's go away. When do I get my old life back? I don't like this. I don't want this. I hate this. Make it stop. Make it go away. I didn't see it coming. Of course I didn't. Do you think I would be sitting here if I did see it coming? Stupid. Is it forever? No, it can't be forever. No, it will get back to normal. Yes, it will get back to normal. Yes, it will.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Wow, Maree, I'm very, very speechless. I didn't expect that. What did you think when you started exploring that monologue?
Well, when you gave it to me, I liked it immediately, but then I had a second guess and thought this is actually quite difficult. This is difficult. But then I started exploring it, and over the week since you gave it to me, I was exploring different different personalizations, substitutions, whatever you want to call it, and also thinking about what is this stirring up in me, but also with coronavirus as well. All that is coming into it. There's so many feelings. Obviously, this is a great monologue. Did you write it?
Yeah, and it's really interesting because I really didn't want to give you too much background when I gave it to you because I wanted to see where you take it. But I've got to admit, I was just nearly in tears because actually that I wrote it as people who know me know, 10 years ago I was in a car accident and my life changed very significantly. Basically I was having one of those, why did you do this to me, God, moments. Why? when I read that one. So it took me back a little bit to the, while I was still trying to rationalize the changes and understand what life was. So thank you. It was very powerful, I thought.
It's amazing. It's so well written. There's so much feeling behind it. I think it's a great monologue to do. So thank you.
Oh no, thank you for like creating something so amazing out of it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so we still have a lot of limericks. We've got stacks of limericks coming up, but let's go to the end of the formal part of the program first and maybe be a bit more uplifting. Because that was actually no, we're gonna do a limerick before we get to that one. So just to sort of ease us out of that, because it was really deep. So here's one from me. There was a young man who was stunning. Many a lover he had coming. He charmed with a smile, made love. He charmed with a smile, made love with a style, then left the bedrooms in a running.
Oh my God, are you talking about me?
Always, Scott, always.
Stop it. This is from the other night when I was around. No, just joking.
No, we did not break the law. Okay, so now we're going to have a little bit of fun, a little bit of frivolity. Everyone remembers the great Danny Kaye and his incredible legacy of verbal comedy, the good stuff, not verbal diarrhea. And Margot and Scott are giving us one of his best, The Court Jester.
Griselda, I'll have no chance if I have to fight him. He's one of the best soldiers in the country. If I die, just pray that I die bravely.
You won't die. You won't even have to fight him. Griswold will die as he drinks the toast.
What?
Listen, I put a pellet of poison in one of the vessels.
Which one?
The one with the figure of a pestle.
The vessel with the pestle?
Yes, but you don't want the vessel with the pestle. You want the chalice from the palace.
I don't want the vessel with the pestle. I want the chalice from the what? Huh?
The chalice from the palace. It's a little crystal chalice with the figure of a palace.
So the chalice from the palace has the pellet with the poison?
No, the pellet with the poison's in the vessel with the pestle.
The pestle with the vessel.
The vessel with the pestle.
What about the palace from the chalice?
Not the palace from the chalice from the palace.
Well, where's the pellet with the poison?
In the pestle with the vessel. The chalice from the palace has the brew that is true. Don't you see? The pellet with the poison's in the vessel with the pestle. The chalice from the palace has the brew that is true. It's so easy, I can say it.
Well, then you fight him then.
Listen carefully. The pellet with the poison's in the vessel with the pestle. The chalice from the palace has the brew that is true.
The pellet with the poison's in the vessel with the pestle. The chalice from the palace is the brew that is true.
You got it.
Yes, I can do this. I can do this. All right. The pellet with the poison's in the vessel with the chalice. No, the chalice is the pellet. The pellet's in the palace. The pellet. The chalice. The chalice is in the palace. The pellet with the poison's in the vessel with the pestle. I think I've got it. Griselda, I've got it. The pellet with the poison's in the vessel with the pestle. The chalice from the palace has the brew that is true. Right?
Right.
Yes.
But there's been a change. They broke the chalice from the palace.
They broke the chalice from the palace.
And replaced it with a flagon.
Flagon?
With the figure of a dragon.
Flagon with the dragon?
Right.
But you did put the pellet with the poison in the vessel with the pestle.
No, the pellet with the poison's in the flagon with the dragon. The vessel with the pestle has the brew that is true.
So the pellet with the poison's in the flagon with the dragon. The vessel with the pestle has the brew that is true.
Just remember that. That's it.
Okay. I think we can do this.
Go now.
Go. Good luck. Done.
That was fantastic. Thank you so much.
That's right up there with who's on first, mate. What's on second? That's pretty good. I like that.
Go, Margot. You were brilliant. Woo!
Oh,
Good job.
That was so bad. That beats our little Cary Grant routine at the start of the show, Scott, doesn't it?
Oh, no, both equal. Always equal.
Of course, of course. Yeah, and Rod, we're very excitedly waiting for the who's on first. Okay, so now look, the cast of this particular show has been incredibly busy with limericks. So we've got a few more to go before we close the show. And I'm going to start off because it was actually inspired by this one. There was a vessel with a pestle for which the people they did wrestle. He grabbed the wrong one, went under the gun, and now he is buried in a vessel.
Scientific. Fantastic.
Okay, now Fiona, did you say you had a second one?
I did just then. I finished penning it right now.
Psychic. I knew.
It's a little bit what's the word? It's not particularly respectful to the Lord.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Lucky we're not in Easter.
What's that?
Lucky we're not Easter.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it'd be especially bad. Okay. Mary lay prone on the bed when Joseph walked in and said, "Honey, let's maybe try for a baby," while God out the back door fled.
I can see a theme emerging in these limericks.
That was fantastic.
Joe, while we have you on screen, I believe you had another one.
Yeah, this one kind of relates to our technical issues that we had earlier tonight when we tried to get ourselves up and running.
My technical issues in my brain.
That too, yeah. Oh no, well, I covered you. I said it was an overall technical issue. All right, we're offline, Mum said. Yes, the Wi-Fi is dead. But don't worry, it's fine, because I've got wine. Now you little monsters go to bed.
I feel like you're channeling Tara again.
I know, right? I just can't get rid of her.
Now, Paul has one that he thinks would be great ender. But does anyone else have one?
Naomi.
Oh, Naomi. Cool.
Yes, I do. It's a bit of an arts limerick. Let me move in. Shall I? Let's get close and personal. A renowned art critic named Flo was accosted a fortnight ago. When the flasher unzipped, she allegedly quipped, "An exhibit well hung, sir, good show."
Oh my God, I'm shocked.
Oh my God, Mazz, did you come up with something for us?
Could you?
Yes, kind of. I'm not sure how much it rhymes, but anyway. Today I had to do nothing because there was nothing to do. Nothing was on the menu, so what I got to do was a whole lot of nothing.
That's some sort of sits somewhere between a haiku and a limerick.
Yeah.
I feel like I should join in with some kind of like limerick or something. Maybe about my time at boarding school. Who knows?
Yeah.
Naya, yes. Okay, and I guess that leaves us with Paul. Paul, did you have two?
No, I only have one. I have an Ogden Nash inspired poem from my early days. I have several of those. They're only about 3 lines long.
You're looking a little bit like Dylan Thomas right now.
But I have written a limerick
sponsored by Johnny
especially for the end of the program.
Oh, okay. So after, like, just before the credits run?
If you like.
Okay, let's do that then. Let's get the business of the evening.
Do you want an Ogden Nash now, though?
Yeah, it says give us an Ogden.
All right. How about this one? I've got a big metal cross, and so God's on my side. The people come from miles around, so they can stand and sigh. But if a burglar comes in the night, I'll hit him with it till he dies.
I feel like you need to write a classic Australian horror movie.
Okay, so let's just Scott, do you just want to run through the acknowledgements?
Absolutely. I feel like there could be a little theme music with this, but still. So thank you all for being part of tonight. It's been fantastic. Samsara's Saturday Soiree would not be where it is without the amazing talents and genius of the creators and producer, created by and produced by Margot Foley and Samsara. Yay! Fantastic.
Thank you.
Presented by Samsara and me. Fantastic. Yay! And the theme music is created by Embryo, also known as Brown. Yay, we love it. So maybe, I think this is where you wanted to do a bit of a whip around to sort of...
Yeah, so just name everyone off and we'll all just give a goodbye.
Whole and wave. So tonight wouldn't have been possible without the amazing artists, including Margot Foley, Samsara, Mazz Ryan, Joe Boyd, Michael and Joe, Fiona, Naomi, Rod and Dylan from the band Insert Name Here, Maree Shefford, Paul Robertson and Geraldine O'Reilly, and me. So thank you all very much. I think there's a few more limericks to come, but yay.
Okay, so I'm just going to get a little bit of business, then we're going to go to Paul's final limerick, and then we'll go to our outro video. So I just wanted to let you know, if you want to be involved in the show, just email me or us really at samsarassoiree@gmail.com. 2 S's in the middle there. And also we're on Twitter, so you can follow our updates, or you can also get in touch with us there. Just search for Samsara's Saturday Soiree. And also we have a possible subscription set up. So if you like what we do and want to sort of help the artists that are involved in this show, you can become a subscriber. Right now you can be a friend or a lover. And any monies that we do receive will just be split equally amongst anyone who contributed to the program over that previous month, because I think they're paid out monthly. And again, it's at Pozible, P-O-Z-I-B-L-E, and just search for Samsara's Saturday Soiree. And we'll also have updates and things there as well, because we just love social media. Okay, now Paul, let's go to you for our wrap up.
All right. Okay. Well, this is in honor of everything that's happened tonight in all its different glories. Samsara's tiara a-twinkles, bright enough to outshine all the wrinkles that live broadcast brings, with its miscues and break-ins, and isolation is shit, so let's drinkle.
I'll drink to that.
We'll all drink to it. Yay, well done.
Cheers. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Congratulations. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. To see you, Bea.
Bye now.
See you, honey. Have fun.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
That was fun.
Mwah.
For having me.
Mwah. See you next time.
See ya.
Mwah, mwah.
Keep warm in those gold